I'm not going to say a single word about the Tennessee Titans record against the Indianapolis Colts because I was a punter, and there's no reason for me to talk about that. With that being said, we did not punt much against the Tennessee Titans, so you probably have no clue who I am to begin.
Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit him right in the chest. It be looking like magic. Better give me the throne. I ain't talking about Patrick, but I rep my home. I'm never at the end of my zone. I'm bad to the bone. Eating up these pig skins like they chicharrones, and you a douche cabron. Mira, mira at the mirror on the wall. I'm the greatest of them all. They gon' put me in the hall. Your name is only written in a bathroom stall. Quit your stalling and make a play. My drive too long. Pop the clutch, I don't pump the brakes. I know what it takes to gain the muscle, get rugged. These butterfingers be fumbling. Squash a scrimmage and rub it in Robitussin. How I give them concussion. They seeing double, they rushing and pass the shovel. The dirt and rubble, I bury them under it. Stay in your huddle and get 10 yards back. Never turn your back. I'ma pull your flag. I go full contact. Out punch, out kick like a shotgun.
Oh, there we go. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. We are here. We made it through another week. Hopefully, it's not a complete heat wave where you're at. If it is, we hope you're staying cool. But yeah,
we love the heat waves.
Hey, no, we don't. No, we don't. My internal temperature is generally on furnace either way, so I'd rather not have that. So
fair enough. Touche.
Yeah. Wintertime, perfect. Summertime, dying. Like it's just it doesn't feel, nothing about it feels right. Okay, like nothing. But either way, welcome back to the HorseShoe Mob podcast, where we're bringing you everything Colts, and we bring in some Titan slander every now and then because they're a bunch of Mayo maniacs. So we got to go ahead and just make sure that they continue to learn and understand that. So yes, and before we go any further, let's just get to the guys. I gotta get to not just my co-host, but my brothers in arms. All right. So we have with us Josh Sr.
What's good?
Have Austin Cook with us.
Yep. What's up? I'm Austin.
And Harish is sick of me calling him a Chris Ballard enthusiast, so we're just gonna say Harish Nukala.
Adonai Mitchell, offensive rookie of the year. Send it to Vegas, send it to Peru, send it to Hawaii, send it to China, send it to wherever the hell you want to send it to. Rookie of the year, Adonai Mitchell. Let's get it.
Book it.
Colts Nation, let's ride.
Don't say that.
Harish. We're Harish. Normally I have to say this to Josh. Knock it off. Like knock it off. Because you're doing maniac levels right now, okay? So let's just not. But in the meantime, and I'm Chris Jackson. But yeah, welcome back. Make sure that you're liking, commenting, sharing. Make sure that you are following us on the YouTube. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you frequent. Make sure that you follow us there. It's generally at HorseShoe Mob. On Twitter is at @HorseShoe_Mob. And also make sure that you're following us by going to www.fanbattlesports.com, where you can see all your AFC South related news and items, but you don't care about the whole AFC South, you care about us, and we appreciate you for that. So make sure that you're going to www.fanbattlesports.com, where you can see all the Colts related content. You'll be able to see articles, you'll be able to see past episodes, bios, whatever you would like to see. And hey, if you got some suggestions as some other stuff that you would like to see, make sure that you go in there and you let us know. We're always open to ideas, okay?
I got a suggestion.
What?
Why the Mavericks didn't win yesterday?
All right, we're not starting off like this. We're not. We
wanted to make sure that the Lakers were second place all time titles.
Okay,
Dirk called Luke and said, "Hey, bro, Josh Sr. will be really upset if the Lakers are second place.
I'm gonna say
you should lose." And Luke is like,
suggestion. I'm making suggestions, man.
Luca wants to make it a special moment when he wins this title. He doesn't have to wait, 18 years and 6 Eastern Conference Finals like Jason Tatum had to. So he's just going to get there and win it in his second NBA Finals like normal people do.
And on that note, I've muted both of them because we're not talking basketball this evening. We're not doing. Apparently, Austin and I are the only ones who have no dogs in this fight. But we're good now. We're good now. All right, we're good. Now that we got that out the way, now that the NBA Finals are over, let's get to something more important. And no, it's not baseball. Let's just go ahead and talk about OTAs are starting for the Colts on July 24th. So OTAs will be starting officially on July 24th. That's when they will be out. What's up, Harish?
I don't want to be that guy. Chris, I like you, man. You're a really good guy. You mean training camp?
Training camp, Jesus. Okay, so you know what? Here, a word from our sponsors.
Yeah, look, it just hit me. My bad.
You know what? Listen. It's already been a long off season. It feels like the draft was a year ago. Like I hate the fact that we have these moments where it's like this lull. So it's fine. And you know what? I appreciate you going ahead and letting it be known, because the thing is, I want my peoples to hold me accountable. Because if your peoples ain't holding you accountable, then nobody is. And then you're looking crazy in these streets. So without further ado, Colts training camp starts July 24th.
Woo, right, you're trying to push it back even further. I was like, hey, whoa.
I was about to say, it's just like, I promise I'm not. I needed to get here as soon as possible. Because
we're in the worst part of the dead week.
Because I'll tell you, it's just like with the way the WNBA is going, I don't want to hear about that either.
Yes.
I hate it. I literally just hate the WNBA coverage. Shout out to all the players in the WNBA. Everybody putting on, everybody having great years. Hopefully, like I said, nothing serious for Cameron Brink. I know that she got hurt this evening, so
did she really?
Yeah, she did.
Man, I like Cameron Brink.
Yeah, she did get hurt. But like I said, I'm sick of the discourse, because I mean, honestly, WNBA coverage has literally had nothing to do with stats or anything like that. And that's the reason why I hate it now. So, I mean, like I said, shout out to the WNBA players out there putting on. Shout out to the women who are actually out there just balling out of control. And so fantastic. But back to that, Colts training camp starts July 24th. Hopefully we'll be able to be there. So yeah, we'll see what happens, but I'm excited to see who are y'all most excited to see in training camp this season.
I mean, I would say Latu.
Latu?
Yeah, I'm still high on Latu, man. I gotta see what he did, those rookie OTAs and all that, and just run over that coach. I want to see more of that on the field. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
I want to see these guys against veterans. Like, I want to see this team put together. You know what I'm really excited to see? I'm really excited to see this number one offense lineup. And you have Michael Pittman Jr. and Adonai Mitchell and Jonathan Taylor in the backfield, Jelani Woods for the first time. I'm ready to see the number ones with the healthy offensive line. And then after I see them for a play, I want them all to go sit down for 8 weeks.
We know how they go.
Yeah. More injuries, bro. But this number one offense has top 5 to top 10 potential this year. And I truly believe that. I think this could be one of the best 5 to 10 offenses in the league this year. And that's for the rest of the league is very scary.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so like I said, I'm excited for that. But what about you, Austin? Who are you most excited to see for training camp this season?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of basic, but like I'm excited to see Anthony Richardson back, making some crazy throws, more than what they showed us in OTAs.
Yeah. And what about you, Josh?
Say again.
Who'd you say, Josh? You said Mitchell?
Oh no, Latu. I got to see Latu.
Latu, yeah.
I mean, I'm same thing with Harish saying, man. I want to see, the offense, the guys that are we waiting to see. Jelani Woods, missed a whole year last year. How he looking the offense under Shane Steichen. JT having a different offseason than he had last year. I'm ready to see him as well. And like Austin said, our quarterback, our QB1, excited to see him as well. So hopefully he's healed up with that shoulder injury rehab. So yeah, I'm ready. Let's see what's going on.
Yeah, and I'm with Austin, and I think it's for a different reason, not just for like all the pieces, but I'm just excited to see how this offense is going to run with AR and JT. Because I mean, to them, it's just like you know that you're going to see the option stuff coming. You know that Shane Steichen and JBC, because I just hate saying the whole entire name, but Shane Steichen and JBC are going to draw up some really, really creative, like hella fun plays for him. So I'm very, very excited about that. Like that's
It's definitely exciting, man.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
defensively though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually probably in the minority of this. I'm excited to see Jalen Jones. I thought he had a solid rookie year.
Yeah.
And if we're looking, especially because it's just because.
But we like the group we have.
Because we like the group we have. Because of that, we have to. There's something on this roster that just at some point has to click. To me, it feels like Jalen Jones, and we're not making any other moves. It just doesn't seem like that because we like the roster we have. So, I actually want to see what Jalen Jones does. I actually think he played pretty well last year. So I'd be interested to see how he steps on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, Latu is the easy answer. That guy's a freak. He's just a freak of nature. He's going to be really good, and I'm obviously excited to see him. But I think Jalen Jones has that opportunity to hopefully be that third corner that we need, at least on the front of the secondary.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely possible. Like, why not? So no, that would definitely be dope. But let's go ahead and get into it. So last few weeks we've been going over the schedule, or at least our predictions, game by game, for each quarter of the season. Right now we're at our last quarter of the season, but just so that you're aware exactly where we're at when it comes to the schedule thus far, we have Josh has us at 6-6 up to week 12. Harish has us at 7-5 up to week 12. And both Austin and I actually both have us at 8-4.
Homers.
Yes.
Yeah, homers.
This is going to get really nasty. If I think these last 5 weeks are going to go the way that we have, you guys are going to have us at an outrageous.
Right.
So
I was thinking the same thing.
There's no way to know except for just getting into it. So with that being said, week 13 at New England. All right. So, hey, you know what? Harish, since you want to go ahead and just put out your wizardry, you go ahead and let us know how it's going to look with this new look New England Patriots team, who for the first time in I think it was 24 years. No matter of fact, it might be even a little bit before that. They have actually new head coach in New England, in Gerard Mayo.
Yeah, go Vols.
Yeah, just because Austin said that, that's definitely a win. Definitely a win.
But how do you feel?
We know the Volunteers can't play in the cold. Drake May can't play in the cold. He couldn't do it at North Carolina. I don't expect him to do it at New England as a rookie. That offensive line is still, trash. I think this is like a 42-10 win for the Colts. I think this is a blowout. pretty similar to last year's game, right? Wasn't last year's game pretty? No, last year's game was.
No, last year's game was 10-7.
Oh, that's and it was. But
10
we
to
were
9.
sleepy. We didn't
10-9,
leave. We didn't leave on time. We didn't leave on time. We were tired. We were tired. Jet lag.
Okay, so it's safe to say that you believe that's a win for each then.
42-10.
Gotcha.
Well,
all right.
It's not gonna be close.
All right. What about you, Austin?
Yeah, so I do think Drake May is going to be pretty good. And like Mayo came from the Vols, but I still don't like the Patriots. But I also think we're going to win this one pretty big. I don't think they have good offensive weapons. They have a defensive-minded coach. So I don't think they're going to be good this year. So I do think it'll be a blowout. Maybe not 42-10, but like 30 to 14.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a lot.
All
Hey,
right.
did you guys catch something there? Mayo came from Tennessee.
Jesus. I don't know what you had for dinner, but you need to not have it on Tuesday from now on. You're a maniac.
Just wanted to point it
Josh,
out.
what about you?
I mean, although I like their draft picks, with as the name is Jalen Polk and of course Drake May and adding the Joe Milton. I did see something that said that all those teams that drafted a quarterback most likely would start the backups, not the rookie guys. So even if they start Joe Milton, which is a dual threat, I don't see them win this game with having a defensive head coach rookie year winning this game against us. I think we're at home, right? No, we're at New England. I think we haven't really won in New England in a long time. It's been a while since we did. I think it's just time where we break that curse as well, and I think we can win a 24-10 game. I think it's not going to be a blowout, but I mean that's kind of a decent game to where we have a nice cushion to win that game. I just don't have faith in the rookie quarterbacks. They got two rookie quarterbacks. Is Zappy there?
I think so.
I mean, if he's still there, I mean, I don't have faith in any of the quarterbacks they have. This is the new team pretty much, the whole new structure. So I don't see us going up there and losing, even with them having Juju on the offense as well. This is just not a game for them to win.
They have Jacoby Brissett, Bailey Zappi. They have Joe Milton. Dude,
Yes,
Joe Milton couldn't even throw 2 yards at Tennessee. How's this guy sitting in New England?
Oh, he could throw 2 yards.
He could throw
Yeah, for
200.
2 yards to like the opposite side of the field.
It's just a question of where you want it to go as opposed to where it's actually going.
Yeah, it could go to Bob Kraft. We don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or Robert, whatever his name is.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Robert. Yeah,
Robert.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Bobbert. But yeah, so for this game, I think this is going to be one of those games where this is a roster that was constructed kind of under Bill Belichick. I feel like the Patriots, unless things kind of line up for them in the AFC East, this may be one of those years where they're kind of trying to get things together and figure things out. Because like I said, this was a team that was constructed to be a Bill Belichick-led team. And this is a completely different team altogether now that he's gone. So, I mean, I think this is going to be I think this is going to be a little bit closer than a 42-10 game. Like I said, it's just like it might end up being like 28-14, but I still think this is a win for us. So I think everybody got a W on that one. So congratulations, guys. And then week 14 bye week. Now, week 15 is one of the more interesting games because, and I'll say it, Sean Payton's overrated. So, we're just going to go ahead and just put that out there. But the thing is, this is a Denver team who now is, I believe they got Bo Nix, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah. Now, mind you, this is, once again, Sean Payton-led team, so they're going to have the hype around them. They tried to convince us that Russell Wilson was washed and he had similar stats to Pat Mahomes last season. Hey, if you want to, you can go ahead and look up for whoever's watching or listening right now. Very, very similar in terms of stats and whatever. So, yeah. But, now it's just like you have the Bo Nix effect where now it's just like dealing with another team that could potentially be leaning on a rookie late in the season. And for this particular one, Austin, what are we feeling in terms of this Denver team? Because like I said, you have key departures. I think, what's the name? Justin Simmons left.
Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, Jerry Judy's gone. So how do you feel about dealing with this team?
It's just another team that I don't think is going to have a great year. Like we mentioned, they got Bo Nix and Zach Wilson. I don't think either one of those quarterbacks are good per se.
Yeah.
They lost Jerry Jeudy, which I mean he's had good games, had bad games. He's been inconsistent, but like they don't have very many good weapons either. The only thing I'm worried about is Patrick Surtain, but like he can't play everywhere on defense. I don't think this one will be a close game either. I think similar to the Patriots game, kind of a blowout will win.
Yeah. Okay. And then Josh is kind of doubling down on that because once again, this is a Denver team that's kind of known for being more of a defensive team. Maybe not against Miami because they let them score 70. But how are we feeling about like I said, just going up against this Denver team who could be who could be sneaky good on defense? We still don't know. But how do we feel about going up against a team like that in that case?
I mean, you just got to try to neutralize the threat, which is, like you said, Surtain. He's probably one of the better defenders on the team. We just got to neutralize him and not be afraid to throw it on his side of the field. But make sure he makes some plays. I mean, he probably defend Michael Pittman, but that's why we have the tight ends that we have with Jelani. That's why we have other receivers in Josh Downs and A.D. Mitchell. Utilize all the weapons. That's why you have a running game. Utilize JT to open up that side of the field. So I feel confident in us winning this game going up to Denver. It's just set up for us to win, regardless of who they have at coach. Bo Nix, I'm not scared of Bo Nix. I'm not scared of Zach Wilson or whoever they have on offense. So I think it's a game. I don't want to say a blowout, but I think we can win between a 14 and 21 point lead.
Okay. Then Harish, what about you?
If you were to ask Dan Dakich what we should think about this team, he would call up his good old buddy Ryan Grigson and say Philip Dorsett is a weapon that they have that they're going to use against this team. But we're going to win like 35-7. This team is so bad.
They did draft Troy Franklin. So I mean, it helps on offense. Yeah.
They also have Lil Jordan Humphrey. Man, y'all know about Lil Jordan Humphrey. That's my boy. Baby.
First off, we're not going to keep on running this Lil Jordan Humphrey storyline continuously.
Hey, Cortland Sutton's really good, except he never plays. I mean, they've got some good players, right? Like, I don't think Josh Reynolds is a solid receiver. They've got like 68 receivers, and 3 of these guys that is 68 have to be good. Right? Could be Philip Dorsett. He could be wide receiver number 1. We don't know. I don't really know. Maybe Sean Payton knows how to use them. But yeah, I mean, I think their defense is actually getting pretty good. Their offense is oof. Bo Nix is a bust waiting to happen. No idea why. They definitely panic picked him. Bo Nix reminds me of Brandon Wheaton. Y'all remember Brandon Wheaton?
Yep, the guy who was very old at quarterback. He was I think, what was he, like a 26, 27-year-old rookie quarterback?
29,
I thought he was like 28 or 29.
Yeah, he was old.
Either way, he was too damn old.
Yeah. Bo Nix is listed at 24, but he played college football for like 86 years. So
yeah.
But yeah, no, I think Bo Nix is going to be terrible. They're gonna pick a quarterback in next year's draft. Most likely Shador, something like that. This team is going to be terrible. I think they might win like 3 games. So I think Colts win like 35-7. This team's awful. And Philip Dorsett's going to score on a 80-yard touchdown.
No, he's not.
A little
that's what Dan Dakich said.
Well, Dan,
maybe a punt return.
Don't do this. Don't do this. Please don't do this. Because I'm not doing this. All right. So now, moving on, because I'm not doing that. Moving on to, well, actually, because I think in this particular game, this game probably ends up being a win. And I think it's going to be a win because you're going to have guys in that game that are looking to get their bearings. And then not only that, but the thing is, I don't see Denver being a playoff team. So, I mean, they're going to be playing spoiler. So they're going to be doing their damnedest to make sure that they put themselves in position. But I have a feeling week 15 will probably still be in the hunt, if not like hopefully neck and neck for the division. So that way, it's just like we will be playing lights out. So yeah. So and then also you said that you had it as a W, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so moving on, just to let you know, we've moved to the Mayo portion of the show. Week 16 versus Tennessee at home.
Bring the runs, baby.
Yes.
Oh, wait.
So yes, so we will be going against quick release Levis and the rest of that offense.
I don't know
And
what you mean, like on the field or tape.
listen, do with that information what you will. Do with that information what you will. So yes,
What are you trying to say?
whatever works for you works for me. All right, let's just say it like that. But yeah, so we'll be playing against Tennessee at home. We don't know exactly where they're going to be at. I'm not going to say that I feel like they're going to stink this year. You never know. But then again, it's the NFL. Injuries happen. Crazy stuff happens all the time. So you never know. So this is going to be a game of one of two division games that we have left to end the year. So Josh, do you feel like with the additions that Tennessee made that it's going to make a big difference in how that team is going to be able to do? Because it's not just additions in terms of like the offense or defense. It's a whole new head coach altogether. So whole new, coaching, all new coaching, basically everything that you would look for in a rookie head coach. But how do you feel that this game will fare?
I do feel like Indy have an opportunity to win this game at home. And we always have a close game against Tennessee. With them having, the addition of Calvin Ridley and having D-Hop. We don't know what Burke's going to be, a gunner on a special team, so I worry about him. But they don't have
a great tackle.
It's part of the year where they utilize Derrick Henry, but they don't have him. So they're going to be using Tony Pollard and Spears. So which is not a threat right now. We don't know how they would be during the season. Should be splitting touches, but I just feel like Indy can squeak this game out, with at least a 3-point, maybe a field goal. We got Matt Gay. I got a feeling that this game would be like a close one, but in a win with us by 3.
Okay. And Harish, what about you?
Bring the rooms. You had another sweep.
You said Sweepington.
Listen, these scores might be a little closer. Hopefully our corners, don't forget how to tackle. That's my only concern. If we don't have to play Daryl Baker at this point of the year because, we're so hurt, we're going to be just fine. I think we've got enough corners to hold their receivers. I think, Blackman is a safety, and I think you can, because we're not going to get another safety, I think you can be okay at this point of the year. We'll have a pass rush that I'll be confident in by this part of the year.
Yeah.
And their offensive line is still young, still being built. So we'll see how it goes. I do think I think their offense will be okay. I'm just not sold on this miracle whip offense that Tennessee fans are trying to project on us, because they project on us predictions that never come true. So this is sweet. I think it's gonna be like 35-31 maybe. I think it'll be pretty close.
Okay. All right. And then what about you, Austin?
Yeah, kind of similar to the first time we played them, in my opinion. They always play us tough, like y'all mentioned. It's a division game late in the season. I don't think they're gonna have a great year. I think they'll be maybe trying to play spoiler. But I just don't. I see us sweeping them this year again. Their offense did get better. Their defense did get better, but I still don't think they're great. And I just don't think Will Levis is great. So, yeah, I think it'll be close, but we'll win this one as well.
Okay. All right. And so I wouldn't have my reservations in regards to this game, but I do feel like, to me, I'm not sold on Brian Callahan. I guess I'm not. I don't think that I think that team was stacked. Like I think it was a stacked offense. So the thing is, I think maybe it's just like Brian Callahan gets the benefit of the doubt because of the fact that that offense was stacked and that they were able to do some things with it. But I don't see it. And I mean, like I said, he could be successful, but if he is, I don't see it being year one. I feel like they just grabbed a bunch of pieces and they're just gonna hope that things work.
Hmm.
Tony Pollard, I'm not necessarily sold on that. And I mean, the O line, even with them adding guys in, that O line still to me just doesn't look that great. Now, mind you, the one thing that Brian Callahan did do well, he was able to make sure that he disguised bad O line play with being able to design an offense that relied a lot on quick releases and a lot of different disguises to be able to hide the fact that the O lines are just absolutely porous. So, I mean, I still feel like Shane Steichen has the advantage in this game. And so for me, I think that this will end up being a win. I feel like it could still end up being close. Like the score is just a lot closer than it's supposed to be, maybe like 27-24. But I think it's just like it just still ends up being a win. So
Yeah, I don't know
and
why.
then
Every time you play them, it's always like that. I don't know.
yeah.
Why, but
So then we have week 17 back at damn MetLife Stadium. And probably the worst turf ever put together. And it's probably going to be in cold elements because New Jersey is it's my home state. Love it to death. But weather-wise, sucks during the wintertime. So so now mind you, and this is going to be interesting because they got Malik Neighbors. And they also have overpaid Daniel Jones. And we don't know what version of Daniel Jones we're going to be getting. We don't know whether we're getting playoff Daniel Jones or Dunderhead Daniel Jones. So I'm going to say, Austin, this is going to be 2 weeks to end the season. How are you feeling about this game in particular, especially since this will be, I believe this is our second trip out to MetLife Stadium, playing on the worst turf in the world?
Yeah. Yeah, it is bad turf. It's been all over every social media. It's a terrible, terrible field. I don't think the Giants have a good team. They weren't good last year. They're not good. I don't think they're going to be good this year. I think this will be a big game for Jonathan Taylor. I just feel like this is the game he's gonna go off. I'm not saying he won't in any other games, but I just for some reason feel like this is the one with his name on it. Yeah, they got Malik Neighbors. He's a really good receiver, but like you said, they have Daniel Jones, and I just don't have any faith in Daniel Jones personally. So
I mean,
uh,
I get it. I understand why you don't.
yeah. So yeah, I think this is another win, and I know my record's very homerish, but I don't know. It is what it is.
I was trying to say I didn't want to say anything, but those records were interesting.
Yeah, because right now this record is looking real number one AFC seedish.
Right.
If it happens,
yeah.
But, I mean, if you look at how the season ends, like this is a very favorable schedule. Literally, this is I know it's all road games, but New England is terrible. Denver's terrible. The Giants are terrible. Tennessee's probably going to be terrible. And Jacksonville, I mean, we'll talk about Jacksonville. You don't know what Jacksonville, right? I mean, they could also have Daniel Jones playing for their team that week. Or maybe they don't. I don't know. You just don't know.
maybe Mac Jones.
Maybe Mac Jones. We don't know. Yeah. So
Mac Jones, McDonald's, Big Mac. I don't care.
Yeah.
All right. So then, Josh, what about you?
yeah, man. The last time we faced the Giants in New York, we got our ass whooped. I think who was our quarterback?
Nick Foles. Nick Foles got knocked out the game, and then they had to bring in Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I think who was that DN that did the little
Oh, Kayvon Thibodeau.
Thibodeau, yeah.
I was so sick. I said, man, if ever we ever get back to New York, I definitely want us to get back. This should be a revenge game to avenge what happened that game because we got our butt spanked. They don't have Saquon Barkley. He's not in Philly. So, you did mention Malik Neighbors at receiver, but I don't know who else they have a receiver because they overpaid the guy from the Lions. I think he got cut. Galloway.
Oh,
Galladay.
Galladay,
yeah.
Galladay,
They cut his overpaid ass. So, but they do have a decent defense, but I just don't think it's enough for them to overcome our offense around this time of the season where we should lean on JT. But I don't think it's going to be a big blowout. I think it's going to be another close game. I see us winning maybe like a 21-17,
Okay.
21-18 maybe, something like that.
All right. Then what about you, Harish?
At some point, you're going to goof a game you shouldn't because that's just what we do. And this really feels like a game that we're going to goof.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't be. But I think this is not a terrible defense. I mean, they've got Dexter Lawrence. They have Brian Burns, who they got from Carolina. They've got, they've got some guys. Obviously, Bobby Okarike. I don't know how good their secondary is. It doesn't look great. But their front seven's pretty solid. Their front seven wasn't bad last year either.
Right.
It was really their secondary, and they actually had a decent draft. I'm gonna say this is a loss because I just feel like there's a game that you're bound to happen that you shouldn't lose that you end up losing, and this just feels like that game. And I think it's like a big coming off of beating Tennessee, maybe looking forward to Jacksonville because that game's gonna mean a lot, and you just slip a game, and I think this could be that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have us losing.
I was leaning towards that too.
So actually, and I'm with Harish on this one. Something about this game feels like it's going to be one of those games that just kind of shocks you. You don't know, and I think that's also the reason why that game still has yet to have a definitive time or it has to be flexed, because I feel like this game is going to have some type of implication. Yeah. With this game having some type of implication, I think it's a little bit tougher to kind of gauge exactly where the teams are. I mean, once again, it's just like this could be Brian Dabble not necessarily having a great year, but still having a chance to get into the playoffs because it's in the NFC. Mm-hmm. So, they could be playing inspired. Also, we could be running into the same thing where we're in the midst of a maybe like 3-way tie in division race. But the thing is, this game does kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't even say a trap game, but this feels like a game that is, like a losable game. Like it just feels, something about it just feels like, we might end up just losing that one. Like it just feels strange. So I'm gonna chalk that up as a loss. And then last but not least,
I'm changing mine to a loss.
Okay, change yours to the loss? Yeah.
Based off what I was thinking the same thing.
I'm not.
Thank you for your conviction, Austin. We do appreciate that.
There has to be one of us that has to be super homer. We appreciate it.
Yes, exactly. It's just like a cool way to buck the trend, Austin. Thank you for that. All right, and then lastly, we have Week 18 at home versus Jacksonville. Now, I'll kick this off because this game, I hate when they do this at the end of the season, because I always feel like when they put Jacksonville at the end of the season, they do this because of the fact that they know that it's going to be a lot of drama, and they know that it's going to possibly get a lot of ratings because this is a team that we generally haven't been too successful with as of late. And now we're going to be looking at potentially, going into this game being a do or die game. So I want to say that this game is going to be a win, but I'm going to say this could end up being a loss.
So you have us getting swept by Jacksonville?
No, I think I had us winning.
Oh, you have us winning in Jacksonville?
I think I had us winning the first game because The
So breaking
first
the
one,
curse and then losing at home.
let me see.
No, I think he
'cause-
had us losing in Jacksonville. I think he did.
Oh no! I did have us. Losing it. Oh yeah. So if that's the case, man, F that. No, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. We're gonna get the ball and we're gonna score. Like, what do you mean?
We're gonna put up points.
We're gonna put some points on the board.
We're
Yeah,
put
that's
some
gonna be a win. F
pointers
that.
in the
Yeah,
field goal range.
F that noise. Yeah, we're not doing
I
that.
thought you were trying to alter your record, your homer
Listen,
record. So that's what I was thinking.
No,
I had to
no,
keep
not
an
at
eye
all.
out.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. After this last guess, I have us at 12-5.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I mean, honestly, based on this schedule, based on where we are, I think 12-5 is absolutely doable. I mean, for me personally, I feel like we're possibly closer to like a 10-7, 11-6 team, but I think 12-5 is like definitely on that higher end, especially if we manage to go ahead and just be healthy. If we can just be healthy, sky's the limit. But what about you, Harish?
Yeah, this is a win.
Win? Okay. All right. And then what about you, Austin?
He's so excited about his answer, he's frozen.
Oh, I was about to say, it's just like, is he purposely freezing himself like that?
Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my internet. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so by my record, I'm gonna say we already clinched the AFC South. This is a Joe Flacco game, Trey Sermon. We're gonna go out there and lose this game because I had us winning in Jacksonville this year, so I'm gonna have us losing at home against them and splitting.
I see what you did there, Austin. You're trying to match my record, so they're going to continue to call us homers. You didn't want to have that homer title all by yourself. You sly dog, you. All right, and then Josh, what about you?
I'm sorry, I just saw the news of Willie Mays. My bad.
Oh yeah, rest in peace, Willie Mays, man, because that
Yes,
was
sir.
shocking.
I also have us sweeping Jacksonville. Like I did have us winning in Jacksonville. It's be the game where Jacksonville, overpaid quarterback, tries to do too much to earn his paycheck, and they're gonna lose their game. I doubt he make enough plays to win the game. I see Shane Steichen avenging and losing last year when we almost had the opportunity to beat Jacksonville week 1. And these are the games that we always lose when there's a do or die. We lost against Houston on a do or die game. We lost against Jacksonville a couple years ago with Wentz on a do or die game. But blew out in Jacksonville. So this is time where it's our turn to eliminate these fools. So I guess winning this game.
Yeah, well. All right, so this is going to be a win. So as of right now, Josh has us at 10-7. Harish has us at 11-6, and Austin and I are at 12-5 each. So, for anybody who's going and watching, make sure that you comment exactly what you have our record as throughout this regular season coming up. And then also make sure that you post it on the page. You'll be seeing our predictions, and we want to hear your predictions. We want to hear what you got to say regarding what you think the record is going to be, and just let us know exactly what you think about our chances, whether it be just overall, what do you think in the division. Make sure that you're commenting. Make sure you're commenting that on HorseShoe Mob, on the HorseShoe Mob Twitter page, actually, at @horseshoe_mob, or on Facebook, HorseShoe Mob Podcast, or even on the YouTube channel as well. So with that being said, we'll be back next week coming to you with more Colts news, more Colts related items. But then also in the meantime, guys, tell the people where they can find you, starting with you, Austin.
I was muted. You can find me on Twitter at CookieAustin2.
Cookie Austin 2. All right, Harish.
Yeah, you can find me on the interwebs at the Uncle Gandhi on Twitter.
All right. Josue.
You can find me on Twitter at whoisjosh Senior.
All right. You can find me at CJ Colts Fan on Twitter. Just like I said, make sure that you're following all our pages on socials. Make sure that you're following us on YouTube. Make sure that you do, and make sure that you see everything that we got coming down the pipeline. As a matter of fact, I do believe that we also right now, just also in conjunction with AFC South Fan Battle Podcast, actually running a contest, a jersey giveaway. So you're able to win a free jersey as long as you make sure that you're subscribing to youtube.com/Fan Battle Sports. So you make sure that as long as you make sure you're subscribed to youtube.com or just subscribe to the Fan Battle Sports page. And if anything, make sure that you see Fan Battle Sports. Look for it on YouTube. The winner is going to be announced on July 7th. So make sure that you're getting your entries in. And this is for a jersey giveaway. So like I said, I mean, they have all the QBs, but you don't care about them. They got an AR jersey though, so we know you're gonna like the AR jersey. Why wouldn't you? So yeah, so make sure that you are following and subscribing to the Fan Battle Sports page. Make sure you're subscribing to the HorseShoe Mob podcast page on YouTube. But other than that, hey, listen, have a great day. Stay cool. Hopefully, no heat waves for anybody. But you know what? Forget a heat wave, okay? We're all gonna stay cool. And you want to know why we're gonna stay cool? Because we understand that Sam loves Jalen Ramsey. So everybody, you have a great week, and we will